41. Alex worked this morning. Otis slept until noon, which was crazy. So that hike yesterday obviously wrecked him.
He seems fine, but he was out.
Yeah. We're on our way down to Palmer now. We stopped at a hike that was the hike to the point where we were trying to get to from our camp yesterday. And that point was called Skyscraper.
Came in from that road, up the pass, Summit Lake right there. Rhonda's down there somewhere, decided not to come up. Here's a camper. And we're going out that way.
So there was an actual real hike from the top of Hatcher Pass that was 1.9 miles round trip that would take you to the Skyscraper rock, which was the rock we were trying to get to straight up from our camp. So
also the launching point of
the paragliders. So I thought, well, it's a trail and it's on all trails, so how hard can it be? It was just as hard. Except I think it was harder because it was the base of it was literally rocks and dirt.
Yeah, it was
the first
45-degree marbles.
Straight up, and then I was hanging back. We met a couple ladies up there, and they were going up at the same time. So I was kind of hanging back with them, and Alex went up. And at one point, the one girl says, "We've only gone 0.2 miles."
I finished the whole thing in like 14 minutes.
But no, you didn't. You only went 0.5.
Just 0.5. There must be another peak back there. There was a higher peak, but it was a long ways over there.
Yeah, 1.9 miles was round trip. Anyway.
It wasn't worth going that far, I can tell you.
I felt accomplished enough and turned around and we went down.
Zoe and I got to the summit, it was kind of this rounded meadow that went off, and then a pretty good cliff, it looked like, from where I was standing. She saw a bird or a squirrel or something, full speed down the mountain, down that valley, as fast as she could go, right towards that cliff. And I was buzzing her and shocking her and yelling, and she finally turned around. I was worried she was going to just plow right off the cliff.
Yeah. Yeah. So, heading to Palmer, we're at a campground, so we'll check in there. We got to get the truck off the camper.
We got to wash it.
Oh yeah, we got to find a truck wash. But we have to get the truck off the camper tonight before we go to bed, because we're going to get up early for our activity tomorrow, so that we're not having to deal with that in the morning. Road update. So we are leaving, I don't know what highway we're on.
Hatcher Pass, whatever it takes you from Hatcher Pass to Palmer.
The road that goes straight out to Independence Mine, not the dirt road that goes up to Hatcher Pass. This road is way worse than Hatcher Pass, and it was dirt. This is so bumpy and so horrible.
Yeah, we're having to go pretty slow in a lot of places. That video shows all these bumps. That is Government Peak Picnic Site.
Has a very pretty turquoise river next to it. Blech. That probably showed on video. We made it to Palmer. Got settled into our campground. Did we talk about the 4-buying out of the camp spot this morning?
No, we should start there.
Okay, you tell the story.
So yesterday I claimed I would leave immediately if it rained. Well, because of how rough the hill was getting into our camp spot. As soon as we went to bed, it literally dumped all night. The whole stream filled up next to us, and I was just like, we are going to slide off the side of this muddy hill. But we waited it out probably till, I don't know, 1 o'clock maybe? Lunchtime, I guess. The truck tires, two of the truck tires are completely caked in mud. But I put the truck, it's got this downhill mode. My other truck had it, but I never really found a need for it, where it does all the braking and ABS and controls every wheel independent. And it controlled the speed. I set it at 2 miles per hour, and it controlled the speed. And all I had to do was drive down. Non-issue, totally nothing compared to going up. I mean, not up was nothing, but I was just worried about the camper falling out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fine. I haven't seen the video yet, so this will be exciting to see it all.
Stopped and washed the truck and camper.
Truck looks great though.
Yeah.
Finally got to actually use a brush instead of just spraying it. But it was filthy, covered in mud.
Yeah, it was really bad. That spot made it really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after that, we got to our campground, got settled in, and got the truck off the camper. Or the camper off the truck. Because we can't take the camper with us on our activity tomorrow. And we've just been getting ready, packed up, ready for our day tomorrow, and just got our showers done.
Had a delicious pizza.
Oh yeah, pizza. While Alex was showering, he totaled up some numbers. We're gonna quiz him on.
See how dumb Alex is.
How much? No, just want to see if you have any idea about how much you've spent on things.
I've spent. See where this is going.
Well, the first one would be diesel. How much have you
since home?
Since home. How much have you spent on diesel?
$1,600.
Very close. $17.05.61. How many gallons? I've converted liters, all the Canadian stuff.
Yeah, so we've gone roughly 3,000 miles.
And you can eat 3 slices of pizza.
I can eat 3 slices of pizza. Run 6 miles per hour, so that's like 11.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Oh, I don't know. So what did we say it was? $1,700 at $4 a gallon. So roughly 100 and... Wait. My brain doesn't work. 300 gallons roughly? 350?
391.66.
391.
Yep, pretty close. How much have we spent on? How much have I spent on groceries
since like the first pack up to now?
On the road, what have I purchased?
Man. Canada was expensive, so was Alaska.
Which is the only places we've been.
We've eaten out a fair bit.
That doesn't include dining. That's just groceries.
You know. I'm gonna say about $700.
$1,062.35.
Oh.
Yep.
It's all them Matanuska.
It includes
49 state alcohol
it
drinks
includes
you like
alcohol,
so much.
yes.
Blueberry yummies.
But to be fair, we do have enough food.
Yeah, we're loaded right now.
That we could last probably another week. The only reason that I want to go to the grocery store when we leave here is so I can use up the smoked brisket that Jason gave us. That's the only reason. I'm just going to get and Chipotle bowls, and that's the only reason. Otherwise, we have enough food.
Thanks, Jason.
Thanks, Jason.
Brisket.
How much have we spent on laundry?
Oh, how we've done it. So we've been on the road 40-something days, once a week. So that's about 5 times at about $20 a throw. So I'm gonna say that one was really expensive. So I'm gonna say about $125.
How many days are in your week?
7.
How did you get 5 weeks out of 41 days?
7 times 5 is 35.
We're basically at 6 weeks.
Whatever.
Tomorrow is
super fast, rough math.
Anyway.
And then I added a little.
$83.58.
Oh.
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad.
How much have we spent on propane?
Ooh, propane was expensive. That was like $4 a gallon. We filled it, I think, 2 times. So I'm gonna go $65.
$84.35.
Wow.
Yeah. How much have you spent washing the RV?
Ooh. Not including the free one because you stayed 2 nights.
Not including that, because we stayed because I was expecting the Amazon package. It just happened that you got a free car wash if you stayed a second night.
Well, I used it too. I washed.
Yeah.
See, today alone I spent like $35. I'm gonna go with about $110.
$68.53.
Really?
Yeah.
Some of those were cheap.
Yeah.
Some of them I didn't know. I just swiped the card and walked away.
Right.
I only knew today because it came up because it ended after 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It said $25. I was like, oh.
Yeah. How much have we spent eating out?
Oh.
This one was a lot higher than I expected.
Yeah, some of these simple meals have been very expensive. I'm gonna say $1,300.
Close. 1,262.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, we have not eaten out much.
No.
Nothing extravagant.
No.
It's been like 2 drinks and a pizza and some fries or something.
And we really only do it on days when you're on PTO, like they're planned.
Right.
Other than the one time we were without coffee beans.
Right.
That was
Wow.
like,
I did have a shirt in there that probably got on that bill.
Nope.
That was a separate tab?
I moved it off.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
She's very efficient.
I'm very watchful of things.
She keeps track of every single detail. We have a whole log, and every 15 minutes we pull it out and track something. So we can have these fun conversations.
That's not true. How much have we spent on campground fees? In 41 days.
$600.
$729.50.
Yeah, a couple of them are pretty expensive.
Yeah, we've paid for 17 nights out of the 41. The cheapest was in Canada.
Probably 10 or 15 bucks.
It converted to $14.73 US. The highest.
Whatever that was, it was 65 bucks, like Valdez, I think.
Valdez was 100.
It was 100 a night?
Yeah, and yes, it was Valdez was the most expensive. Yeah.
There aren't a lot of choices in Valdez.
There's not.
There's about 4 places, and there's not a lot of cheap camping free.
And to be fair, I did pay an extra 25 bucks, I think, to make sure I got the spot we did, because I didn't want to have some crappy spot by the road. Same here. I paid 25 bucks extra to make sure we had this spot.
We're in the high rent district. There's like $250,000 motorhomes next to us. We're like dirty boondockers in here.
That's all the quiz.
That's it?
Yeah.
Did I pass?
Good job.
What's my percentage?
I don't know.
Quiz, what's my percentage? Roll the tape, let's find out. We got a few more fun things to do, but
We have one more activity. The Denali flight. What's the other
tomorrow.
one? Oh, that's right. Tomorrow. Yes.
There'll be hikes and
Yeah, hikes and stuff.
goofing off and sightseeing, but we're almost at the point we'll be as north as we'll be, and we're heading back.
Yep. And our most northern point might have to change. There's some fires up north,
The
and so
Nanina
we're
fire and the Bear Creek fire might
keeping an eye on those. And
prevent us from going to see Santa.
it's really the only thing we'll miss, because we wouldn't be able to get to Fairbanks or the North Pole. And we've been to Fairbanks.
Santa's fun.
We have not been to
Santa in July?
I know, right?
Santa! I know him.
Thanks for watching.
Join us on our next adventure.